Hi Libra, here's a general look at your solar chart for June 2012. Well, you're into a more expansive time, a more sort of freewheeling time, especially after the 10th, 11th. Before the 10th, you may be preoccupied with certain obligations, or maybe it's around finances or property, feeling a little bit sensitive about all of that. Maybe you have obligations or burdens to bear due to certain kind of really intimate or close commitments, or if they're financial, with a certain agency. Just trying to find the balance there, but actually you probably are going to be successful because Jupiter is going into that area. So from the 11th, well, then you really do start to feel more outgoing, get into gear with this more adventurous, enthusiastic mood, walking with a lighter step. Travel or connecting with foreign cultures could be on the menu, as overall wider communications are going to be emphasized, and also learning stuff, study maybe, or being guided by somebody, being advised by somebody, or a series of people, or maybe you as the giving the guidance, giving the help, giving the advice. That, or any of that could be part of the picture from there. And it's likely, though, that before the 10th is going to be some sort of a resource around that helps fill the piggy bank, or at least stabilizes things. But then after then, really enjoying, this feeling of expansion and space, and communications are going to be favorably highlighted, and that includes travel. The mental focus is going to be future orientated from the 3rd, and you'll be thinking more expansively, getting the eagle eye view, keen to play with ideas and experience fresh scenarios. Good time to plunge into unusual or unfamiliar environments, languages, speaking, writing, and other types of communications, and communications equipment even could be highlighted, particularly until the 17th, and thereafter developing your communication skills, discussions with those in authority, more chatting because of work or about employment, and information gathering related to the job, the profession. That could be on the cards from then. Now from June the 5th you'll have, but it just feels kind of quite a mobile energy as well. Now, as I say, Jupiter. From June the 5th you'll have a bountiful ally in Jupiter, who will underpin influences which could give you a financial boost or provide helpful resources, or at least stabilize things for you materially and also emotionally, actually. It could translate as property, funding, equipment, anything which is purchased, lent, rented, leased, or you could do well with a sale or purchase of some kind. It's a sort of you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. It's kind of got a mutual, you're taking it from there, and you and keeping some of it for yourself, and then that pays for that over there, whether that's in goods or money or favors or however it works. Jupiter in that area is likely to underpin anything like that. So if you're looking to improve things in those areas over the coming 12 months, would be a good time to do so. Now, in general, you've got Saturn in your sign, as you may know, and so you tend to be feeling a bit more sober, wanting to take on responsibility, taking the long view, wanting to get things sorted out from the ground up, in a way which would suit you better. So you'd be feeling cautious as well with this Saturn transit, particularly if it is near your sun or near your ascendant point, maybe even a little bit lacking in confidence, which is the Saturn energy when it's really, really strong, and kind of slowing you down, making you doubt things. But in general, as long as the Saturn vibration is handled correctly and you meet the criteria of that vibration, Saturn wants to build very slowly. Saturn wants to maintain, protect as well. So you need to take this sort of be circumspect in your outlook, and take whatever careful steps are necessary to lay the foundations for new conditions in your life. But as I say, with Saturn it's slow, nothing happens quickly. Both Saturn and Pluto are going to incline you to maybe really take on heavier responsibilities if it means that you can contour your life and your lifestyle in a way which mirrors more authentically where you're coming from at your emotional roots. But you've got to stick at it as you come up against obstacles and navigate, the narrows and sometimes a bit of sort of rough water. And that's the way of Saturn. Over this long period, through your choices as you go forwards, you should be building your life in a way which marries what you know you need to do for yourself to grow and flourish, with a personal style or a relationship or a career choice or a point on the map which most mirrors that. Saturn rules time, and small, careful steps is the only way to go with this vibration. But it's also a wonderful builder planet. And that planet is going to be in your sign until in the last part of 2012. Now Uranus, a very different kettle of fish, Uranus will be transiting your opposite sign for many years. Uranus has just gone in there, so around about 7 years. And during that time, through partnerships and other close relationships, your life's going to be transforming itself in ways which surprise even you, because their lives are going to be changing. And you will have to be flexible and open-minded as you adapt to a new dynamic in those one-to-one relationships, whether that's to do with working relationships or in your private life. And really, it will facilitate, it will free you up really, because it's the spirit of revolution and transformation which is going to facilitate your evolution and is part of a significant growth process, even though it may feel a little bit uncomfortable, inconvenient and unpredictable at times. And Librans born in the first week and or with Libra rising up to the first 7 degrees will feel this vibration most strongly over June. Neptune has moved temporarily into Pisces, and that means that the confusions and maybe the letdowns in romantic relationships over the previous decade should begin to clear away. Also, any blurring of boundaries affecting the young ones in your life. The new position of Neptune will bring more empathy or spirituality into the services you provide to others, young or old. Also maybe intuition as well, and healing. And Librans, you Librans born in the first 2 days, or with Libra rising in the first up to the first couple of degrees, will feel this vibration most strongly over June. Pluto's influence at the root of your chart will over a number of years bring major transformation to the domestic setup and also to the dynamics of family relationships. And you Librans born from the 27th of September to the 4th of October, or with 3 to 9 degrees of Libra rising, will feel Pluto's vibration mostly over June. And from the 22nd, you'll begin taking your worldly responsibilities more seriously, maybe feeling a bit scrutinized or pressured at times, but managing to achieve your goals, hopefully. And that's it for June. If you know your rising sign, listen to that too. It'll throw another light on what I've said here, and I will see you the next time.